So I know you said you talking about like folklore, kind of like various type of Asian history, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed that in your books and in your poems, you have a lot of like let's see how I word this. Like you use a lot of cultural influences, right? And I'm like you published in books like Cherry Moon that has like a collection of Asian writers.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you think like your culture and I guess various other cultures surrounding you kind of influence the way that you write?
Must be indelible, right? It probably is an impression that I don't fully comprehend yet, but it's always about digging deeper and exploring and see where it comes from. Um, Probably when I was younger, there was a level perhaps of hesitance of going in that direction because I wanted to explore my own voice, right? And consider what it means to be an individual. I think as I've gotten older, then I can't necessarily, nor do I want to necessarily escape that. There's something really rich about where I come from. And oftentimes I can't make sense of where I come from and how I got here. Um, but it's kind of embedded. And also, I think it's really interesting in which sometimes I want to be careful about these cultural references or use of that because I'm curious if I have the right to do that. If and it's not like I'm asking someone for permission per se, but do I feel it in myself? Do I have the right to use this term? Do I have the right to explore the story? If not, then what do I need to do? What more research do I need to do into scripture or questions to ask people or maybe just within myself, right? I feel for some reason there's this term that I feel like a lot of maybe people of the diaspora, um, or refugee identity, or at least I would say for myself, like the sense of what is not mine is not mine, right? Because I'm like, wait, do I belong to this culture? Is it mine still? If I don't speak the language, if I don't understand all the customs, if I feel separated from some ways, yet also I don't feel like do I have permission to talk about where I'm at now, about America, about the States. It kind of feels sometimes I'm living in the in between world. And so then I have to check in with myself and say, okay, how do I explore that and how do I dig into that?